Let's take a moment and look at Module 1. Our question log for Module 1 starts off with the structure of words. And being able to decode a word is more than just phonics and being able to sound it out. We also need to know about the pieces, such as prefixes and suffixes, and being able to pull out the root word. We need to be able to teach patterns, such as vowel teams and diphthongs and blends, and being able to help the students to spell better by teaching these patterns. Because once we learn a pattern, we understand it does have sense. There's rhyme to the reason for what all this is. And then being able to create a fluent reader, because a fluent reader that is not struggling to battle out piece by piece is going to be able to comprehend better, because now they're not struggling with decoding, they're just reading for meaning and being able to comprehend then at that point. Being able to have our teachers have enough training. I know that when I first started teaching, I went to 2 weeks of open court training before school even started and learned all these different things and felt fairly equipped to go into the classroom. Whereas now, I am teaching primarily a science curriculum, and in doing that, they gave me 1 hour of training on the brand new curriculum, and didn't have the kits in time and didn't have the books in time for all the kids. And so here you are, go forth and teach with 1 hour of training. We'll do the rest later, maybe October or something like that. And the same is true for reading. The people that are coming out of the classrooms, they've had lots of training in school, but they don't know the specifics of how to apply it necessarily. And we need to be able to provide or accept that training locally. So then coming back to going with an unknown word with the decoding, I've kind of mentioned that already with prefixes and suffixes. Let me hit chapter 2 real quick. I like the idea of what it talked about. Reminded me of what I've done with I do, we do, you do. That I'm going to model. I'm going directly to teach you this is how this is going to be done. This is explicit instruction, very specific, not leaving anything to chance or interpretation, but this is what we're going to do. And this is what the letter A says, ah. And here are some examples in cat and bat and rat. And now we are going to do some together as a class, and we talk about it as a group, and we talk about it as a class, and maybe they have their dry erase boards with showing me different things of the different sounds, or the cards if they think it's this or this. And we're doing things as a group before I ever ask them to do anything independently. So we work on all of those principles with the direct instruction. And then finally, the most important that I think is one of the hardest is adjusting for what your students need. We get pacing guides and we're told you have to be at this point at this time and do this thing then and ready for this test and this test and this test. If these kids didn't get letter A, we're not ready to move on to the long vowels because we ain't got the short vowels yet. We've got to adjust. And no, you can't hold the whole class behind, but you need to be able to provide that explicit instruction in a small group for these children that still really need to focus on short vowels. Being able to have that forgiveness and flexibility with tweaking it, especially like even with math and science and all the other areas, we're just told to hurry up and get done with it and teach all the skills, and kids don't learn like that. We have to be flexible in it. So being able to adjust to be able to prevent the frustration, because they're going to get frustrated because they don't know what we're doing. We lost them 2 lessons ago, so they sure enough don't know what's going on now. So being able to have that flexibility and the review time and making it work the best you can.